It's sudden, but I wonder if anyone has an unforgettable love. I, Shota Shinohara, have someone I loved in high school who I still can't forget.
Fujikawa-san, do you have a moment after school? I have something to discuss regarding the student council. Yes, I understand.
She's the one I love, Ayame Fujikawa. She's smart, beautiful, reliable, and kind, making her incredibly popular with classmates, upperclassmen, and underclassmen alike. But I couldn't be honest with my feelings. The reason was obvious.
Shinohara-kun, let's compete in this end-of-term test too.
Again? Well, I won't lose this time either, so bring it on. Damn, I did it again. Can't I say it more kindly? We always compete for the top test scores, and I've always been first, while Fujikawa is second. Because of this, Fujikawa sees me as a rival, and I naturally started competing with her, turning us into rivals. So I thought she would challenge me again, but for several days, Fujikawa didn't speak to me at all. I found it strange, so I decided to talk to her myself. Then,
I've decided to stop challenging you. It's childish, right? So please don't talk to me anymore.
huh? Sure, we're already in our second year of high school, and being childish is not ideal. But isn't this a bit extreme? That said, it's not like we were having any other conversations. So without the competition, we won't even interact anymore? What the hell is this? Was I the only one enjoying this? Was it just my misunderstanding that Fujikawa was enjoying it too? Or did my words hurt her? I couldn't be honest with my feelings and ended up watching Fujikawa laugh with her friends in regret. Then, the one who called me, lost in thought, was my junior, Riri Uchiyama. She always calls out to me whenever she sees me. Uchiyama-san, what's up?
Would you like to go out with me sometime? How about this Saturday?
She invites me sweetly, but I can't think of anyone other than Fujikawa. So I casually turned her down and went home. Time passed, and graduation day arrived. Fujikawa and I were heading to different universities, so our paths diverged as soon as we graduated from high school. I wanted to talk to her properly, but after that incident, I couldn't muster up the courage to speak to her. We were in different classes, so we didn't see each other much anymore. Seeing her smile from a distance, laughing with her friends, made my chest ache. Take care, Fujikawa. To whisper that phrase to her as I walked past her, that's all I could do.
What? Ayame, why are you suddenly crying? Don't cry. Let's hang out even after graduation, okay? Promise me? Yeah, right.
I could only speak to her in a confrontational tone. After being avoided and being in different classes, I became a coward and couldn't take any steps forward. The lame guy who could only say goodbye for a brief moment hid his feelings deep inside. And now, I've graduated from university, I'm in my second year of working, and feeling slightly disheartened by my paycheck after taxes, I live a mundane life. Phew, I'm so exhausted today. My joints hurt, maybe from sitting at my desk too long and my muscles stiffening. Come to think of it, didn't I get a letter from the city hall? A health promotion program by the city, an invitation for a dental checkup. Now that I think about it, I haven't been to the dentist in years because I've been so busy. The first visit is subsidized and free. I guess I'll go. And so, I decided to get a dental checkup on my next day off. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision, something I might have normally overlooked, but I had no idea it would lead to an unexpected turn of events. Saturday of that week, I went to a new dental clinic that opened in front of the station, and when I saw the receptionist, I was shocked. Huh? You are...
May I have your insurance card and appointment card, please?
There was no mistaking it. She was Ayame Fujikawa, the girl I knew.
Please have a seat and wait until your name is called.
Oh, okay. I was dealt with briskly at the reception, leaving me unable to speak to her, so I headed to the waiting room. Looking closely, she's definitely Fujikawa. She looks a bit different with makeup, but I'm sure it's her.
Shota Shinohara-san, please come in.
Called by the dental hygienist, I went for my examination, still thinking about Fujikawa.
You've got a few cavities. It's better to come in regularly so we can treat them little by little.
I see. I can come once a week. Would that be okay?
Of course. Let's gradually make them better.
After finishing my treatment that day, I waited to be called for payment. Knowing that someone I had loved for years was so close by made me restless.
Shinohara-san, sorry for the wait.
Yes. Called for payment. I knew I would regret it if I left without saying anything, so I decided to speak up. You're Ayame Fujikawa, right? I'm Shinohara. We were in the same class in our second year of high school. I couldn't hide my nerves. I knew I sounded lame, but I couldn't help it.
Yeah, I remember. It's been a while.
Thank goodness. I'm glad you remember. Fujikawa seemed uncomfortable as she averted her gaze when I spoke to her, but just knowing she remembered made me ecstatic. Here, this is my contact info. If you want, reach out sometime?
Huh?
But I'll be coming here once a week now, so don't feel pressure to contact me if you don't want to. Well, good luck with your work. I handed her my contact info and left the dental clinic. Finally, I could talk to her normally. I might have grown a little. Recalling the sweet and bittersweet feelings of high school love, I felt my heart race. And so, I started going to the dental clinic once a week. Fujikawa, thanks for contacting me after that.
Yeah?
After reconnecting, we no longer spoke in the confrontational manner we did in high school. Fujikawa's reactions were much quieter than before. Perhaps it's because I could talk normally now. My cavity treatment went smoothly. Time passed quickly as I looked forward to seeing Fujikawa each time, and finally, the last day of my treatment arrived.
So today's your last day, huh?
Fujikawa smiled as she handed the final payment. Her expressions had become much softer over time.
I won't be coming here next week. Would it be too forward to say I'm a bit sad about that?
Hey, Fujikawa.
Huh? What is it?
I motioned for her to come closer, and she leaned in slightly. I whispered softly, "I'll call you tonight."
Huh?
Not wanting to disrupt her work, I just said that and smiled at her. With a blush and a small nod, she waved as I left the clinic. And soon after I left, at Fujikawa's workplace.
Fujikawa-chan, morning appointments are almost over. Whoa, your face is red. What happened? That's... Oh, did something happen when Shinosada-san was here?
Fujikawa's colleagues teased her as they grinned. That night, "Hey, if it's okay with you, would you like to go to the summer festival with me?" I gathered the courage to invite Fujikawa out on a date while on a call that night.
The summer festival? You mean the one they hold near here every year?
Yeah, I thought it would be nice to go with you, Fujikawa. Do you not want to?
No, I'd love to. You know, Shinohara-kun, like I said in my message, I'm sorry for always challenging you in high school, and for suddenly distancing myself.
No, I should apologize. I thought I might have hurt you without realizing it.
No, it wasn't like that. Shinohara-kun wasn't at fault. It's just that...
You don't have to force yourself. If you feel like talking about it someday, you can tell me then. There must have been a reason. Just knowing I hadn't hurt her made me feel content. And so, we promised to go to the summer festival together, and we ended up talking late into the night. On the day of the summer festival, we met up in front of the shrine's torii gate. Maybe I came too early. I even went all out and wore a jinbe. But Fujikawa said she would be wearing a yukata too.
Shinohara-kun! Sorry to keep you waiting.
No worries, I haven't been waiting long.
You even wore a jinbei, Shinohara. How does my yukata look? I tried a bit harder with my hairstyle too.
Yeah, it looks great on you. You look cute. Very cute.
Thanks.
She smiled softly, looking genuinely happy when I complimented her. It might have been the first time I'd seen her smile like this. We walked around the festival together for a while, but it seemed like Fujikawa was having trouble walking in her unfamiliar Geta sandals. As expected, it's really crowded here. We might get separated, so if it's okay, I'll go buy something. What would you like to eat?
Huh? Really? Let's see. Maybe takoyaki and chilled pineapple?
Got it. I'll get them, so could you wait here for a bit? You can sit and rest. We made a full circle back to the shrine. I asked Fujikawa to wait at a place where she could sit while I went to buy food.
Did Shinohara-kun notice I was having trouble walking? He's always been subtly kind.
The place I asked her to wait was a little away from the crowd, but still visible to others. Ayame whispered happily to herself at that moment.
Huh? Isn't that Fujikawa-senpai? Huh? Ah, Riri-chan. It's been a while. It's been a long time, senpai. The last time we saw each other was after you graduated.
The one who approached Fujikawa was her high school junior, Riri Uchiyama.
You're wearing a yukata too. So you're here with someone, Fujikawa-senpai? Yeah, he's getting us some food right now. Is it your boyfriend? He's so sweet.
Then Uchiyama-san grinned mischievously at Fujikawa.
Wait, senpai? You have a boyfriend now? Well, why do you ask? Since we met here by chance, I'll tell you something. I wasn't really serious about Shinohara-senpai, you know? What? No way! You said you liked Shinohara. Well, I did think he was cool, but that's not it. I just didn't like you.
This was the truth I didn't know. Yes, the reason Fujikawa stopped talking to me was to support the love of her junior, Uchiyama-san, who was in the same club.
Fujikawa-senpai, I have a favor to ask. I really like Shinohara-senpai. Huh? Oh, really? Yes, I confessed to him recently. He hasn't given me an answer yet, but I think I have a chance. And Fujikawa-senpai, you're close with Shinohara-senpai, but I'm a little worried. I see. Alright. Then I'll stop interacting with Shinohara. I'm rooting for you.
This was the reason Fujikawa avoided me.
Neri-chan, you confessed to Shinohara for that reason? Oh, are you mad? Did I hit the mark? You liked Shinohara-senpai, didn't you, Fujikawa-senpai? Don't mess with me. If you got close to Shinohara for such a petty reason, I won't forgive you.
Fujikawa was more angry at Didi for using me than for being hurt herself.
Wow, scary. Your pretty face is ruined with that expression. It suits you though, senpai. That face of yours, why don't you show it to your boyfriend? Oh, is it that you don't want to introduce your boyfriend to a cute girl like me? Or you think he's too kind to be introduced to me, huh? How sad. That's not... You're of a loser, aren't you, senpai? You have a decent reputation in beauty, but your kindness ruins it all. I've always hated that about you.
Needy hurling insults at Fujikawa, and then... Sorry to keep you waiting, Fujikawa. The line was so long because of the crowd, so I made you wait.
Shinohara-senpai, why are you here?
Why? Because I'm here at the festival with Fujikawa.
Shinohara-kun?
Until then, Needy Uchiyama had been having fun belittling Fujikawa, but the moment she saw me, she lit up with a smile.
So the one with Fujikawa-senpai was Shinohara-senpai? Wow! What a coincidence to run into you here!
Uchiyama-san, right? It's been a while.
You remember me! I'm so happy!
Well, you were pretty famous, in a lot of ways.
Famous? Oh, you're making me blush. Hey, Shinohara-senpai! How about we go around the festival together after this? Fujikawa-senpai just had something come up. And my friends left earlier, so I'm all alone now. What do you think? That's not...
Looking up at me with a sweet voice, Needy started getting closer, placing her hand on my chest. Fujikawa reached out, and noticing that, Sorry, but no thanks.
Why not?
Avoiding her attempt to get closer, I rejected her flatly. Standing next to Fujikawa, I looked down at the confused Uchiyama-san. You said Fujikawa had something to do? She didn't mention anything about that. I heard everything you said. And what was that about someone confessing to who?
That's...
I don't want any misunderstandings, so I'll say it now. Uchiyama-san never confessed to me.
Huh? Really?
Well, she did talk to me a lot, though. Uchiyama-san, you have a pretty two-faced personality. It would be fine if it was a good contrast, but you look down on people way too much behind their backs. What do they call people like that? Oh yeah, an ugly personality.
Huh?
It's true what they say, a jealous woman is terrifying. You were jealous of Fujikawa, right? After all, Fujikawa is good at both academics and sports, has a great personality, and was called the most beautiful girl in school. I heard a bit about it. Before Uchiyama-san enrolled, there was some talk about a middle school Madonna coming to her high school. But when you didn't get the attention you expected because Fujikawa overshadowed you, you got pissed off, didn't you? She entered high school and everyone quickly lost interest in her, realizing she couldn't hold a candle to Fujikawa. She talked to many guys, so I thought I was just one of them. So that's what it was. At that, Uchiyama-san let out a big sigh. Then, as if she had decided to drop her act, she spoke with clear contempt.
So in the end, it's all about looks, huh? Fujikawa-senpai, you're beautiful after all. It's great being a beauty, isn't it? Just a little smile and everyone showers you with attention. I've always hated that about you, Fujikawa-senpai. Don't get full of yourself just because you're a bit prettier than others. Riri-chan?
Fujikawa's expression showed both sadness and frustration at Uchiyama-san's true feelings. Noticing the clenched fist at her side, I instinctively stepped in front of her to shield her. And then... What's this? Self-introduction?
What?
Her words were so ridiculous that I couldn't help but laugh. While Uchiyama-san stood there in shock, I continued. Oh, sorry. Just a delusion. The hypocrisy was so strong I got confused.
Well, what?
Well, I feel bad that you were compared and found lacking, but that's your own fault, isn't it? You change your attitude depending on the person, and hate putting in effort. Earlier, I mentioned that you were well known, remember? That's because people know you as someone who looks down on others, is selfish, and generally awful. Kind-hearted Fujikawa even defended you, pointing out your good qualities, but...
That's a lie! She's an important junior from the club. It's only natural to defend someone who's being bad-mouthed. You have good points too, you know. That's why I wanted to support your love. But it was all a lie, huh?
Fujikawa's tone sounded sorrowful as she spoke. I couldn't see her face, but I could imagine her smiling sadly. Then,
I admit, I felt a pang of regret earlier, but I'm not particularly mad at you for getting in the way. I did avoid Shinohara-kun and was rude, and our interactions faded because of that. But I made the choice to avoid Shinohara-kun, and I think our interactions would have ended even without you saying anything. I was just a kid back then. I think it just wasn't our time, because we were destined to meet again as adults.
she said that, looking at me shyly. Surprised, I quickly returned her smile.
Let's go. The yakisoba will get cold, and the chilled pineapple won't warm up.
Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Saying that, I approached Uchiyama-san and leaned in close to her ear. You should take a good look at your face in the mirror. It's seriously ugly.
Huh? Huh? What did you say?
Huh? Oh, just that she should stop being so mean.
Oh, okay.
I softened my words a lot, but in the broad sense, it was the same message, so I wasn't lying. Without thinking, our hands naturally intertwined. As we walked away, Uchiyama-san, whose legs had given out, just stared after us in shock.
Why?
After we left, Uchiyama-san returned home, but she couldn't stop thinking about what I had said, and she glanced in the mirror. What she saw was a face that had become ugly without her noticing. Whether she finally faced reality, or my words made her believe she was ugly, I don't know. What I do know is that she was indeed ugly.
No!
Character is reflected in the face. Will her face ever become beautiful again? After that, I walked with Fujikawa through the festival, slower than usual. The hand I could finally hold was smaller than mine.
It seems like we can get a good view of the fireworks from over there. Let's go.
Fujikawa pulled me along. Her hand trembled slightly, and I followed her with affection.
Shinohara-kun, about what we were talking about earlier, I'm really sorry for how I acted in high school.
Even though I found out in an unexpected way, I'm not mad. If anything, I'm grateful, because it made me realize I could never forget you.
Huh?
I thought I had given up, but when we met again, I realized my feelings hadn't changed. I've liked you since high school. I couldn't tell you back then, but I can say it now. Will you go out with me? Finally, I could express the feelings I couldn't back then. More time had passed than I had imagined.
I've liked you all this time too. The truth is, I wanted to talk to you more, but I was so nervous that I could only talk about tests.
Me too. I'm sorry for being so mean, only saying hurtful things. We're so much alike, aren't we?
Yeah, I can be honest now. I love you. I love you so much, Shota-kun.
There's a right time for everything. In high school, it wasn't her time yet. When Fujikawa started walking at the new dental clinic near the station, and I went there, that's when our time truly began. There's the sound of fireworks exploding. Fireworks lit up the sky in various colors, blessing our time together. What? No way! President Mochida is stepping down! I was stunned when I saw the personnel change report posted on the bulletin board. It stated that President Mochida was stepping down due to health reasons. President Mochida was my role model and the person I respected the most. Our company values your customers above all else. Even if it doesn't bring immediate profit, it will eventually come back around as a positive. Failures are welcome. Just think about the customers. I chose this company because I admire the president's management philosophy and personality. My name's Akira Sudo, a salesman at SKT Consulting. I'm 26 in my 5th year at the company. Just when I was really starting to enjoy my work as a consultant, this happened. So Sakamoto-san is the new president. I just don't seem to get along with her. Reiko Sakamoto, the new president, was the number 2 in the company. She's a strict realist who values visible results above all else. She's the complete opposite of President Mochida. I wonder what will happen from now on. I've lost one of my guiding stars. I feel like a kite with its string cut. Oh, you're Sudo-kun, right? You've always been at the top in sales. I appreciate your hard work. Thank you for everything. I was surprised by President Mochida's sudden appearance and quickly bowed my head. Thank you for all your guidance. You were my role model, sir. To be honest, I wanted to learn more from you. It's a real shame. Oh, I'm flattered. You're a valuable asset to our company. I'll be watching over you from now on. I was so moved by the president's unexpected words that I almost cried. Hey, Sudo. You know, the new president is Sakamoto-san, and she's got a high opinion of me. A few days after President Mochida's resignation, my colleague, Shingo Sasaki, came over to me. Yeah, I know. Finally, my time has come. You, who have been coasting by on luck, are done for now. For some reason, he always picks on me and sees me as a rival. He's a persistent guy, like a snake. I see. Good luck. After the president changed, the company adopted a management policy focused on maximizing profits efficiently. I couldn't work with the same enthusiasm as before, and I wasn't the only one who felt this way. As employee motivation dropped, so did the company's performance, and eventually, layoffs began. We don't need unprofitable clients, right, Sudo? Huh. Cutting off unprofitable clients immediately, huh? Sure, cost-cutting is important, but it's not just about cutting everything indiscriminately. Soon, I felt my passion for work fading away. Or maybe it's that my loyalty to the company has disappeared.
Efficiency. Cut costs thoroughly. Increase sales.
I'm quitting. A few weeks later, unable to adapt to President Sakamoto's efficiency-focused short-term results-driven management, I finally decided to resign. Oh, so you're finally quitting, huh? Loser. Now it's clear who's the better man. Indeed, Sasaki has been thriving like a fish in water since the management policy changed. Yeah, you're doing great. I guess the new company culture just doesn't suit me. Keep up the good work for me. I don't need you to tell me that. You better try your best elsewhere. Not that you'll ever surpass me, though. After work on my last day, I looked up at the company that had taken care of me for so long and bowed deeply. Thank you for everything. I'm truly grateful. I felt a sense of emptiness, as if my passion had been drained away. A few days later, I attended a hometown reunion. After resigning and returning home, I happened to receive the reunion notice. I was enjoying the reunion, forgetting about work for a while as I reconnected with familiar faces. In the midst of it all, there was one woman who was completely drunk.
What? The inn is on the verge of bankruptcy. The contract was terminated. Damn that reptile.
Hey, are you okay? Shirasawa-san, right?
Who are you? I've got no money.
When I asked the woman next to her, who seemed to be a friend, she confirmed that this was indeed Miku Shirasawa. She fell asleep soon after, but I couldn't stop thinking about her inn. I had some free time, so I decided to visit it in the following days. Whoa, this inn is really showing its age. A relic from the Showa bubble? The inn seems to have a main building, an annex, and a new building. The scale is large, but the deterioration is severe. It's gonna be tough to keep it running.
Huh? Sudo-kun? What are you doing here?
As I was looking around the inn, Shirasawa-san appeared by my side before I knew it. When I briefly mentioned the reunion from the other day, her face immediately turned red.
No way. I said something like that? I'm so sorry. I was really drunk that day.
No, don't worry about it. Shirasawa-san, it's been a while since we've talked like this.
Pseudo-kun, you haven't changed a bit since back then.
Saying that, Shirasawa-san smiled softly. When I told her I wanted to hear more about her situation, she led me to a reception room. In the reception room, I listened to the story with Shirasawa-san's parents, who were the inn's owner and proprietress. This inn used to be a luxurious one, but it has been in decline ever since the bubble burst. To make matters worse, a large hotel was built nearby, and their contract with a travel agency was terminated.
And the consultant for the nearby hotel has been constantly harassing us. I think his name was Sasaki from SKT Consulting. He looks like a reptile.
Sasaki from SKT Consulting? A reptile? Could it really be him? Sasaki apparently offered the travel agency a deal too good to refuse, making them switch their contract. He's also put up hotel advertisement boards around the inn and spread nasty rumors about the place. And then... How much longer do you plan to stay in business? There's no way customers will come to a run-down inn like this. You should just shut it down now before you embarrass yourselves further. He would come to the inn just to taunt them, and then leave after making some snide remarks. Hearing her story made me feel fired up. If it's okay with you, could I help out with your inn? Actually, I'm currently looking for work due to certain circumstances. I used to be a consultant. Don't worry, I've got experience.
What? But I can't afford to pay you.
Don't worry about that. I'll take my fee once we start making a profit.
Really? Then please help us. If there's hope to revive this inn.
I could feel the passion for work that I had lost reigniting within me. And so, the challenge of reviving Shirasawa-san's inn began. First, we need to do something about this deterioration, and it's unnecessarily large, a remnant of the bubble era.
Some of the guest rooms in the main hall are leaking. There are also rooms with severe drafts. I tried fixing them myself, but it didn't work.
Shirasawa-san, are you good at this sort of thing? Is it a hobby or something?
Well... Ta-da! This is the room where I fixed the leak. I also tried to replace the shoji, but I guess I'm not cut out for it.
Yeah, maybe we should leave these kinds of things to someone more skilled or a professional.
Okay.
I made a firm decision that day. Never let Shirasawa-san handle the repairs again. Meanwhile, at the SKT Consulting office, Sasaki and President Sakamoto were having a secret meeting.
The resort hotel is doing well, I hope.
Yes, we are bringing in plenty of guests. The rundown inn nearby will soon go under, and everything is going smoothly.
If this hotel succeeds, we can secure consulting contracts for the other hotels in the same group. It'll be a major achievement for my tenure as president. I'm counting on you.
This is bringing me closer to my promotion. The next day, I started a meeting with Shirasawa-san. We'll need to make some pretty bold changes, but are you okay with that?
Yes, of course. My parents and I trust your judgment, Pseudo-kun.
Thank you. I'll make sure to turn this inn around. As she showed me her usual gentle smile. Oh, Pseudo, what are you doing in a place like this? Sasaki had come to check on the inn again. He was probably here for another one of his harassment visits under the guise of scouting the competition. Sasaki. I'm helping out at this inn for a while. Pff, even if you make improvements to this rundown inn, it's not going to make any difference. You really love wasting your time on pointless things, don't you? Oh, I've just gathered some unexpected intel.
Pseudo-kun? You know him?
Sasaki said what he wanted to say and left immediately. Watching him go, Shirasawa-san timidly asked me, Yeah, Actually, he's a former colleague from my previous job. Sorry, I wasn't trying to hide it from you.
It's okay. It didn't seem like you got along very well, and I understand you've got your own things going on. But now I'm even more motivated. Let's make sure we show him what we're made of.
Yeah. 3 months later, the inn started to see some changes.
Thank you, Pseudo-kun. We're getting guest reservations now. It's all thanks to you, Pseudo-kun.
No, we're not there yet. We need to keep promoting the great things about this inn. Just then, Sasaki showed up again, apparently to harass us some more. But he was shocked to see guests at this inn. What the? There are guests in this rundown inn? Pseudo, what did you do? There's no way guests would come to a place on the brink of collapse. We closed off all the severely deteriorated areas and only left the usable parts after some minor repairs. As a result, we decided to close the main building and new building, leaving only the annex. By downsizing, we scaled back to a manageable size, which brought new benefits. We can now provide more attentive and personalized service to each guest. Our strength lies in the attention to detail. We can provide the kind of care that large hotels can't. We now have only a third of the guest rooms we used to, so every guest here is treated like a VIP.
Though the capacity has decreased, we can now fully engage with each guest.
I see. But wait, how did you attract guests? What did you do? We used crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is not just for raising funds, but also serves as a platform for marketing.
We've also been promoting it on social media. We've already gained over 1,000 followers.
And we expanded our target audience to include inbound tourists. Older inns like this are popular with foreigners as part of the Showa culture. This is bad, but maybe... Sasaki, breaking into a cold sweat, hurriedly leaves, sensing danger. Maybe I said too much, but not all the problems are solved yet.
You're right. We still have a lot of work to do.
Yes, there's one problem I haven't been able to solve. If we don't do something about the cash flow, we're gonna be in trouble. For some reason, the bank won't approve our loan. We keep getting denied for irrational reasons. But there's still something I haven't tried. It's a last resort, but... The inn's popularity continued to grow through word of mouth, and eventually, we reached full occupancy.
I never thought a day like this would come. Akira-kun, thank you. Thank you so much.
At some point, she started calling me Akira-kun. Well, that's fine. With more guests, Shirasawa-san, her parents, and the staff were all busy. But they looked happy as they worked. Yeah, this is the smile I wanted to see.
Excuse me, are you hiring here?
Around the time the inn started getting busy, a woman asked us this. We were both surprised because, while we were starting to think about hiring new staff, we hadn't even put out a job posting yet. When we asked her more about it, we learned she was an employee from the rival hotel. At first, I thought she might be here on Sasaki's orders to cause trouble, but her eyes were sincere. Could you tell us why you want to work here? After hearing her reason, I was convinced we were on the right path. After that, 3 more employees from the rival hotel joined us, and they are working here now. Oh, nothing makes me happier than seeing everyone working with a smile.
The staff's smiles lead to the guests' smiles, and the guests' smiles bring more smiles to the staff.
Shirasawa-san, that's exactly what I wanted to say.
It's been so long since I've seen this kind of scene. Seeing the smiles of the guests and staff fills me with energy.
But a week later, those refreshing feelings were shattered. President Sakamoto and Sasaki stormed in, furious. Pseudo, how dare you poach your staff? What are you thinking?
You! Just because you're a former employee doesn't mean you can do whatever you want.
President Sakamoto herself? They must be feeling desperate.
Poaching? We didn't do anything like that. They came to us on their own, wanting to work here.
That's a lie. Who would want to work at a rundown inn like this? We have nothing to hide. As Shirasawa and I struggled to handle the situation, one of the staff members raised her voice. She was the first to come over from the rival hotel.
I think there's a misunderstanding. We decided on our own that we wanted to work here.
What? What was wrong with our hotel?
We loved our work at that hotel. But after you two came in, we no longer felt fulfilled in our jobs.
Don't be ridiculous! Are you saying it's our fault? This is what she told me on the day she asked to work here. SKT Consulting Strategies had brought in many customers to the hotel, she said. But, as a result, the staff became overwhelmed, and the personalized service they provided to each guest became sloppy.
We were just mechanically moving customers around. It felt like we were dolls on a conveyor belt. We started to hate ourselves for treating customers so impersonally.
Sasaki must have focused solely on short-term sales. As a result, the quality of customer service declined, inevitably affecting customer satisfaction.
That's not what we wanted. We chose this job because we wanted to see our customers' happy faces.
Sasaki, what's going on? This is supposed to be my big project. My career is on the line.
Hearing the former employee's confession, President Sakamoto closed in on Sasaki with a furious expression. Sasaki's eyes darted around in panic. But you're the one who said it, President! You told us to prioritize efficiency and increase sales at any cost! Excuse me, may I say something? At that moment, an elderly gentleman who was staying at the inn spoke up. I've stayed at that hotel a few times before. It used to be a good place. But now, it's no longer a place where you can relax. The staff rush around, wearing expressions like they're wearing masks. It feels like a prison without walls. But this inn still has smiles. It looks like we have won. The guest, who had been watching from a distance, began to applaud. This isn't good. If they keep causing a scene, it will disturb the guests and the staff. I need to get them out of here quickly. Now that we've finished our discussion, I must ask you to leave immediately. If you continue to cause a disturbance, I'll have no choice but to call the police for trespassing. Shut up, shut up, shut up! How did you even get the money for this? You must have done something shady. Are you trying to accuse me of fraudulent business practices now? You really want to end up behind bars, don't you? I responded coldly to Sasaki's absurd accusations. The mention of criminal activity seemed to hit a nerve, and he suddenly became fearful. But there's no way a bank would lend money to a random inn like this. I even made sure they couldn't. Wait, was it you? Were you the one who spread those baseless rumors to the bank to stop the loans? I suddenly realized that the repeated unreasonable rejections from the bank might have been Sasaki's doing. I'm the one who lent them the money.
President Mochida?
President Mochida's sudden appearance shocked both President Sakamoto and Sasaki. I was just as surprised. I came to check on the inn, but it seems there's some commotion. I would like to explain things to them myself. Could you arrange for us to talk somewhere else? Yes, of course. And so, we moved to the reception room to continue our conversation.
So about the loan, what do you mean by that? Why would you lend money to an inn that's on the verge of collapsing?
2 months ago, Sudo-kun came to my home and made a presentation about this inn. In fact, when I was struggling to find funding, I visited President Mochida. I asked him if he could participate as a business partner. By the way, President Mochida is a private investor who owns shares in dozens of companies. Even after stepping down from SKT Consulting, he has continued to support the growth of many businesses. Of course, I'm a businessman too. I don't invest based on personal feelings alone. I decided to lend the money because I saw the potential for this inn to bring joy to its customers. I believe this inn has a future. Thanks to President Mochida's loan, I was able to solve the funding issue. But I must say, I'm disappointed. President Sakamoto, Sasaki-kun, I had high hopes for both of you. Sakamoto, I thought you would bring a new perspective and lead the company to success, but it seems I was wrong. And Sasaki, you've led your subordinates in the wrong direction. The decline in the company's performance is your responsibility. And Sasaki, you need to relearn what it means to be in business, to run a company, and what your role really is. As it turns out, after I left the company, SKT Consulting's performance continued to decline. Fearing that she would be forced to resign, President Sakamoto was desperate to achieve results at any cost. But in her rush to achieve success, she lost sight of what really mattered, and as a result, the hotel also decided to terminate its contract with them. Sudo-kun, what do you plan to do once the inn's business is back on track? As he was leaving, President Mochida asked me, "If you're thinking about going independent as a consultant, I'll love to offer my support." Thank you very much, but I'm sorry, I have to decline your offer. At first, I was focused solely on turning this inn around, but as I worked here, I began to see the joy of being close to the smiles of our customers and staff. Each time I saw their smiles, I felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that this work contributes to someone's happiness. That's why I want to continue working at this inn.
Oh, I'm so happy! I've always wanted you to stay, Akira-kun. Because I've liked you ever since we were students.
What? Here? Later, an investigation revealed that Sasaki had indeed spread false rumors to the bank to block the loan for the inn. Sasaki was arrested for defamation and obstruction of business. Why? I just wanted to improve my own performance! Of course, the inn also pursued damages from Sasaki. Sasaki had lost sight of what really mattered, being blinded by short-term numbers. I can only hope this serves as a good lesson for him. As for President Sakamoto, she was forced to resign due to the declining performance and the Sasaki incident. She left SKT Consulting.
Efficiency and numbers are everything.
She seemed completely unaware of the real cause behind the declining performance. With that mindset, it's gonna be tough for her to succeed in any industry. 6 months later, by focusing on our customers and maintaining a business and hospitality model that suits us, this inn became so popular that it now has a 1-year waiting list for reservations.
Akira-kun, could you please bring a cold towel to room 5? And don't forget, the guest in room 11 prefers lukewarm sake.
If you neglect your customers in favor of efficiency or short-term profits, you're bound to fail. In the end, business and everything else come down to people. From now on, I'll keep this lesson close to my heart as I work alongside Shirasawa-san. Or rather, Miku. By the way, a year from now, I'll become the young master of this inn and will be firmly under Miku's thumb. But that's a story for another time.